Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? It's Lawson right here for the MLW Fusion podcast. I'm sorry, guys. I'm late with it today. I've been doing other podcasts as well, so I've been, keeping myself busy. But it's a hard job, but it's a fun job. So I ain't gonna lie about that. It's just that what happened now. It's just I was doing like 150 things, coming home from work and everything. So I came home a little tired, but I said, you know what? Let me drop this up right quick for you guys. Now, last week's show, I'm sorry I did late. I wanted to drop it on Sundays, but I was so busy, guys, I couldn't even get around to doing that. I was doing something else as far as just enjoying myself, and that's it. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what happened, the matches and stuff like that. I'm sorry if I'm looking at my phone because I can't remember. I wrote it down, I just don't remember who was on the card. Well, I remember some, I don't remember everybody that was on the card. But we're going to start with Scarlett Bordeaux. She fought a female named Blair Onyx. Never heard of her. It was a good match. That was the first match in the card. And that was one that, to me, was one of the best female featherweight matches. But, of course, Scarlett. Scarlett won, so you already know how that goes. She's talented. Then they waited for the long-awaited female superstar named Zomara. And she defeated Little Riaz. I don't know who that is, but anyways, she did her thing. I watched. I mean, they did a nice vignette for her for the last couple of weeks of her coming, and now she's finally here in the MLW. And tell you something, guys. I watched her in that first match. She's a force to be reckoned with. That's somebody that MLW gonna be very proud of. Moving right along, guys. The other match on the card for that night was Hammerstone. Your boy Hammer. Alex Hammerstone versus a legend in Mexico, Ultimo Guerrero. It's kind of hard because Hammerstone is a star, former world champion in the MLW. To go against Ultimate Guerrero, that was something a little different. So I mean, the legend's still there. I'm not gonna never knock a legend because I know they're not the same, as it was in his younger days. But I remember the old WCW days when he was doing his thing. And as well as in Mexico. So, he, far time catcher with all of us. I'm not saying he still can't go. I'm just saying that, he ain't the same Ultimo Guerrero he once was in WCW. I think if he was still in that prime, then I know for a fact he'll give Hammerstone a hell's run for his money. Here's the one that got me, in a way, real excited. Austin Aries. Been out the business for so long. He's back, guys. He's in MLW. Here's the thing. He is now known. He won the National Openweight Championship. His first championship in MLW. And he beat... sorry, it's my ESPN thing giving me an alert. He defeated Blue Panther, another legend, the original Blue Panther. And that match there was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But Austin Aries is a hell of a talent, guys. I like this dude's style. He's a hell of a talent. And nobody could tell me any different. And it's good to see he won that title. That was a beautiful thing, guys. I know I sound a little tired. I had a long day. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to get through the podcast. And I'll give my thoughts also. So, they had Mystical. Also, you remember him, he used to be Sin Cara in the WWE. He still can go. That boy is still talented. I watch his matches, he's phenomenal, man. This guy here, he gives a whole new name to Lucha Libre. And also, Bishop Dyer is winding down, which y'all know is Baron Corbin. He's winding down right now because he's getting towards the end of his, now it's the end of the career, end of MLW. Reportedly, rumors going around, he's supposed to be going to WWE. Now, will that happen? That remains to be seen. So, this is what MLW is doing. They're doing every week. And I like what they're doing. It's kind of confusing in a way, but they put on great matches. Court Bauer is doing a great job behind the scenes. What are they doing every week on Saturday on their YouTube channel at 6:05? Sometimes you might get an hour show. Sometimes it might be an hour and a half. Could be 2 hours. But this week it was like a double show. They reached their 200 Fusion show. The episode. And that to me, they put on their best cards. MLW ain't never faded away. I mean, I've watched them since they've been back. Guys, I'm telling you, they've been putting on a good show. It's true. It might be it might be too much pro wrestling that the market can handle. But just to know you have a variety of shows you can watch. Some people are straight MLW and maybe NXT fans. Some might be TNA and some other fans. It just depends on what you like. See, guys, I learned one thing, right? Unless it's breaking news, I can put them all together. I decided to do separate podcasts because it's for each fan. Every fan is different. You might have MLW fans. This is for y'all. NWA fans. That's another podcast. You know what I'm saying? TNA. It's another podcast. I'm just trying to fill the void and try to do a podcast in my thought because for me, I mean, it's easy for most people out there that podcast. It's easy for those guys. It's kind of harder for me because you know what it is. I'll bunch everything up and I'll forget something or I left something out or I got confused. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not doubting myself. I'm just saying. So I had to do this. When I came with this idea, I said, you know what? The only time I'm going to put all these promotions together, unless it's breaking news, and I could, put them in one, wrestling news update, and some other podcasts, and I'll come on. Listen, it might seem crazy, guys, but I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to lie to you. Since I started, I was nervous in the beginning. I was nervous. I'm not going to lie to you because that was my first time doing it. But, as time go on, I'm getting more comfortable with it. I'm feeling like, yeah, I can do this. You know what I mean? So, I'm making my business at least to try and catch up and watch most of the stuff as I can. So this way I can bring you an update in case you guys missed it, give you my thoughts. Now, for what it's worth, the card was spectacular. To me, it was a great show. The matches was good. For what it's worth, they put on a great show. I can't doubt MLW is doing great things. They get a bigger platform. I'm not saying YouTube is not. I'm not saying that. But if they get a TV deal at some point, and let me rephrase this, guys. I think Tubi is going to be interested again once they finish with WWE. Because I think right now, you can see they're not exclusive to them no more. If you notice, I think I mentioned to you guys before, WWE got a show, I guess you guys already know, it's Evolve. It's on Tubi. Now you got AEW on Tubi. So if they bring AEW to Tubi and showing, the fast channel there, what makes anybody think that MLW won't be on Tubi at some point to reconcile the original deal they had? Now here's a kicker, guys. He's the real kicker by MLW. The news broke that they signed to air their stuff on New Japan World, their streaming service, New Japan streaming service. They signed to be airing their product on there. Now that was big news. So now they're getting globally, along with YouTube. But that's remarkable. Obara's doing his thing. He gets that TV deal. That's over. That's over. He's gonna push that company. It's gonna go past companies that's there now. But I know he wants to get to the level of WWE and AEW. Guys, I don't think right now he's not going to get there. Maybe in the future, yes, but not in the current present state of mind, no. But the shows, guys, the shows that he put on every week, you got to check this out. I mean, the show, I know I said that about a lot of different podcasts, and I know I said that about a lot of shows, but listen, the competitiveness, the competition is so damn good that they putting on better shows. It's crazy, but it's true. I love it. I love watching it. I think they're doing a great thing. In MLW, I like to see more talent. The good brothers are there. They got some talent on that roster. Don't get me wrong. Shotzi, I love her as a champion. I think she's going back to the Shotzi of back in the days. Not the WWE Shotzi. I'm talking about the Shotzi used to be on the independent scene where she'd be in Shine. She's back to that type of Shotzi. And that's a good thing. Then now also, who else was they bringing along slowly? Storyline. I don't know if they signed her, but Carissa Rivera. But you guys might remember as Elektra Lopez. So they mentioned her being at MLW, and I think she was there last week, scouting talent. So she might be another one that's going to come in. This is the girl I kept saying TNA should have went and got. But she fits well in the MLW. She's going to become a megastar. I can see her feuding with Shotzi. I think they're going to put on a hell of a match for that title. Now, for the world title, I love what they're doing with Riddle. And I like what they're doing with my man, Killer Cross. These two got similar fighting styles, but they are dangerous in the ring. I like what they're doing. With them two, the storyline, now you're throwing in Hammer in there. That's going to be like a triple threat for that title. This made the world title in MLW so special because you got three top stars fighting, guys, fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world. You feel me? What more can you ask for? That is phenomenal. The way they get that storyline between them three is phenomenal, guys. It's very phenomenal. That's why I like to see championships like that, matches like that. That would makes it more and more of a how you say it. It makes it more special. You get what I'm saying to y'all? So now, going up the card, you still got the middleweight championship. You got guys that's so talented on that roster. People is coming up. They signed a youngin. They even got, I don't know if you guys remember Trevor Lee. He used to be in TNA's X Division champion, but he was at WWE as Cameron Grimes. He's there. He had a hell of a match about 2 weeks ago with Austin Aries. They almost tore the roof down. Those two cats went at it back and forth. Yo, that match was got to be rated. If not one of them, the match of the year. Guys, I'm telling you, that the MLW is putting on matches like crazy, and they got the fans' attention. But you know, I'm hoping one day I'll get to go see them. And I forgot what the place in Manhattan that they always go to. Hopefully I'll get a chance to see them when they come to town, because I can imagine how the audience is when they see those matches live. And I would love to go. I ain't gonna lie to you on that. I would love to go and see how this will progress. But like I said, guys, Saturdays, 6:05 on YouTube, catch MLW. You're not going to be disappointed. And now they're working with CMLL, and they're working with New Japan. So it's a bunch of promotions coming in. So they getting bigger, guys. They growing. MLW growing. It's like I said, get the right TV deal, they're on their way up. So on a lighter note things, guys, listen. I know I would have did a little longer. I know my next podcast will probably be a little longer. There's probably some more stuff I want to mention. Right now, like I said, I just got off work, so I just want to throw this podcast in right quick. I'm a little exhausted. There was some more topics I want to talk about MLW. I can't remember on top of my head right now. I usually write stuff down, but just that it was a long day today. So, I want to give you fans something that, you guys would know what's going on in the world of MLW. So, in the meantime, guys, y'all be easy, be safe, and I'll see you on the next podcast for MLW Fusion. Peace.